welcome back to my channel, you guys. Yes, I have a new video for you today. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing, and I also want to let you know that I upload videos at least once a week. Okay, it's not always on Sundays. I try to get them out on Sundays, but sometimes with editing it does fall on a Monday. So with that being said, I took the liberty of going through my Google analysis to kind of see, you know, what age range really watch my channel. So I want to make sure that I'm covering everybody with what I put out. So today I want to get to those more of my older fans. Okay, that's wrong to say. Some of my more mature audience, you know, kind of like me. To tell you guys about my experience with university and college. And the question is, was it worth it? I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of debt, financial debt, that yes, honey, the government's gonna make you pay back, whether you get you a job or not. So that's some real tea for you. So if you don't get a job, you still owe the government back if you go the long route. With borrowing, who it used to be like Sallie Mae, but I think or believe that it's changed to Navient, bought Sallie Mae out. Anyway, you owe the government no matter what they change their name to. Okay, so let me just give you a little bit of background. So in high school, I was not the perfect student. I was what you call the combination student. I made everything from A's to a couple F's every now and then. Ooh, yep, I said a couple F's every now and then. I was one of those social children that was very social, very active at school. I did everything from majorette to cheerleading to sorority, high school sororities. My high school had a sorority and I definitely was involved in that. Just some of everything. So if you get my drift, I was that student that just floated on by with C's and kind of barely made it out. It was basically because I didn't apply myself. I really didn't. I found everything in school interesting but books and work. So anyway, let's just kind of get on over to college. So after high school, I was that person that was like, you know, I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll go to college, maybe I won't, you know. And my family was happy I graduated from high school. So I mean, education was important, but after high school you need to work or you need to go to college, and I chose to get out of my parents' house and go straight into the workforce. Well, when I got to the workforce, I realized that girls, ooh, I cannot survive and have the type of lifestyle that I wanted to have with just a high school diploma. Like, no. I mean, I was, you know, borderline poverty, even, you know, having two incomes, one for me and one for my husband, because yes, I did get married right after high school. So with that being said, I decided, hey, I'm gonna go to college. But my grades from high school were so bad, so I couldn't get into any of the nice prestigious private colleges that's in Memphis, Tennessee. I couldn't even go to a 4-year university, so I had to start at a 2-year school. So back then it was called Southwest Tennessee Community College. I went there and I played. Yes, and they shine down on my teeth. Okay, I basically played, and when I say played, I was just going to be going, and it felt good to be like, oh yeah, I'm in college, girl. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna be at this job long because I am in college. Yes, okay. But I was still making the same grades carried over from high school into college. So things started to turn around for me. I didn't even declare a major. I didn't know what the heck I wanted to be. So I came with this bright idea that I wanted to be a teacher because teachers work from 9 to 5. They make $40,000 a year. They don't work in the summertime, and they can look real cute and dress up and go to work, right? So that kind of fit my criteria. So I'm like, I'm gonna be a teacher. Then, surprise, boom. Here comes my first baby. Yay! yes, adorable, gorgeous James Jr. came along, and it's nothing like having a kid to push you through life and make you reach beyond your limits. So while I was pregnant with him, I was like, oh my God, my world became much more bigger than just myself and my husband. So at that point, I started applying myself. I started actually doing the work that the teachers was telling me to do. And I noticed that my GPA was rising. It was constantly climbing. So I think I got to like maybe a 3.5. And I was like, there's no use to me staying here at this university and graduating. No, because I can't teach with a 2-year degree. So I said, and I aimed high. I was like, look, I'm going to a private institution, 4-year, expensive. I don't care how expensive it's going to be. And I went to Christian Brothers University. So again, I'm not your typical student because I'm a mom now. I got a baby, and yeah, I'm just ready to graduate. But when I got there, I realized that the A's that I was making at a community college was giving me C's at this high prestigious college that I was going to. And I was feeling bad. Like, I was like, oh my God, I'm so stupid to be here with these kids, and these are babies, and you know, they came from all these great high schools, and they're probably like all A students. But I didn't give up. I kept pushing forward. And let me tell you why I liked Christian Brothers University. A big part of going to school is being able to have some type of experience when you come out of college, because most companies want someone with experience. So you need a place that not only gives you the theory to whatever you're studying, they also give you a practicum where you can go out and get the experience that you need prior to you graduating. So when you graduate, you use that year or however long experience on your resume to get your foot in the door to get the job that you want. So I didn't get to see that through, you guys, but I did graduate because my husband received a promotion at work, and we had to relocate to Ohio. So I was like, first I need to make sure that I walked across the stage and at least got my bachelor's degree in education. And then I was like, whatever, I can just go ahead and start teaching when I got to Ohio. Well, Ohio is different from Memphis. The choice was, when I got to Ohio, which kind of put me in a rut, was they were saying you need to go back to school and get some more credits that you didn't receive in order to even sit for the exam to take the licensure to be a teacher in Ohio. So I was like really frustrated because I just paid like $60,000 for my education, and now you're telling me that I can't teach. So I was really upset. And my sister-in-law called me and was like, girl, I got the perfect job for you. She was like, you need to look up social worker. She was like, you could be a social worker. And then I was like, I don't even know what the hell a social worker does. Like, what do they do? Do they talk to people all doggone day? Wait a minute. They come to your house and snatch your babies. I don't want to be a baby snatcher. That ain't the life for me. So I decided to go to it wasn't a private university, it's a public, Cleveland State University. And I took one course, paid out of pocket, for Introduction to Social Work. Passed it with an A, absolutely loved it. Went back and was like, look, I need to talk to an advisor and to see how I can get into the master's program to obtain a social worker's degree. Well, when they told me how long it was going to take for me to get my degree, I said, no, I need to be working, and soon. So it was like a year and a half if you go back and get a second bachelor's degree. So I was like, that's cool. I can dedicate a year and a half of my life, to go back to school and get the degree and then start working. So, you guys, with that being said, I went back into the classroom all over again. And by this time, everybody in the classroom looked like babies again, okay? Because I missed my little opportunity. And by this time, I have my second son, too. So, there go a picture of just that. Ain't he cute? Yep, okay. So, now I'm doing all this hustling, bustling, but I again chose a school who do theory as well as your practicum, because while I was in school, I was gaining experience by working at a place that was actually hiring. So I was working for free, okay? But that also gave me my experience. Okay, so here we go again with life coming through. Right after I graduate, which was kind of recently, because this time I graduated 2015. Was it 2015? Yeah, in 2015, in December, I graduated. In January, my husband says, "Hey, hon, I really want to use my accounting degree. So, you know, I'm looking in Dallas and Atlanta in order to start working in corporate America." So the amazing wife that I am, yep, I am. I was like, I can be a social worker anywhere. So I was like, let's go to Atlanta. And he left maybe a month before me because I waited for the boys to get out of school for summer. And we always relocate in the summertime because that's the best time to relocate with kids. Then I came down, interviewed. So I came down, I interviewed for a job, and I'm working as a social worker in Atlanta. I absolutely love social working. So this is the part where I tell you about my experience going to a university. I've been to 2 universities, and I've been to a community college. So here's the thing, doing it as an adult with responsibilities is very hard. I would, number one, recommend having an amazing support team, but you can do it without a support system. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I had my husband, and when I was in Memphis, I had my family, but we moved away from them. So it became just me and my husband, and, you know, I'm gonna have to go give him a kiss or something because, you know, at a certain point, he did allow me to stop working, and, you know, all the financial responsibilities of the household fell on him. But I would like to say that without my degrees, I wouldn't be where I am as far as my career goes. So it was definitely worth it. Would I do it all over again the same way? Probably not. Probably not. I would probably, you know, do an amazing job in high school from the get-go and go directly into college and kind of do things in the right order. But life doesn't always happen in the right order. What made me kind of do this video is because I've had so many people come to me and say, you know, I want to go back to school, but I have kids. Now is not the perfect time. I'm going to tell you like this. It's never going to be the perfect time to go back to school and get your education. It's never going to be the perfect time. You're going to have to jump. You're going to have to make a decision if that's really what you want to do and go ahead and just do it and get into it. Even if that means, like, when I first started going back to college, there was not any online schools where I could go to work during the day, take one course online. That wasn't available. But now I feel like people don't have excuses because there's so many different type of proprietary schools, accredited schools that are online that you can take at your house. So if you want to go back to school, go back to school. I don't care how much money it costs. Like with Sallie Mae and Navient, you basically, it's based on your income. Even if you run up $100,000 in debt, it's still going to be, if you got a $30,000 job that you got, it's going to go based off that. You know, there's deferments. There's so many other things. I would rather, to me, in my opinion, work and have the career that I want and love to get up and go to work and have debt, which I have to pay back, versus struggling, not having an education, working somewhere I hate, and not moving forward in life. So that was kind of like my, for real, girl, go back to school, do your thing. Everybody, if you want to further your education, I'm here to tell you that my experience was definitely worth it. And ting, one more thing, I am now going back to get my master's because, as I told you earlier, I have 2 bachelors. one in education, one in social work, and starting in May, I'm going back to get my MSW. So, you know I'm an advocate for education. And hopefully I do just as good as I did with the other 2 degrees. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so anyway guys, that's all I had to share with you. So if you like this video and you want more tips specifically on how to go back to school, thumbs up this video, send me a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any videos from me. Bye.